We are with the Positive Bones team this afternoon, and we've bone talking about all sorts of things with Josie, James, Sean and Bobby as well. And Josie, I mean, it's obviously been quite an up and down couple of months for you, not only with the physical side, but again, as we mentioned, the emotional side. Just very quickly, I was reading one of the blogs, and something you talk about is how you use your hair as a way of coping with that side of things.
Yeah, well, I'm someone who's expressive, I'm a creative person and so on, and so I find whenever I've gone through major stages in my life or major transitions, I end up not initially out of I don't think of it consciously, but something subconscious. I end up doing something with my hair, and I've discovered that it's kind of my way of coping, of expressing how I'm feeling inside externally. It's my way of saying, okay, I'm going through this shift and I'm going through this change, and this is me expressing that. So initially I bleached the end of my hair, and then I dyed it blue. So I bleached the end of my hair, and then once I had the amputation, dyed it blue. And then recently, because I feel as though I'm now coming through to the other side, I've started walking, and I'm on the I'm going up the stairs, if you like. I'm going forward. I've now cut it short, and I'm and it's kind of it's my way of saying, yeah, this is now the new me, the new part of my life. So yeah, it's really useful for me.
So aside from hopefully reaching your fundraising target, what else does 2019 have in store for you?
Well, obviously, yes, ideally, I'd like to sign up for the training programme for the Paralympics, so that's a big fingers crossed. On top of that, moving forward, I want to be able to not just walk, but I want to be able to see how much I can do on this leg, how far I can take it. James and I are planning on going on a trip to Scotland and doing some hiking and really kind of pushing myself and seeing what the limits are, turning Positive Bones into a charity, taking it further, making it bigger, helping more people ideally, and so those are the main goals so far for 2019. Just see how far we can go.
And I suppose with the Positive Bones, it's almost maybe becoming an ambassador for people who are going through similar experiences.
Yeah, definitely. Ideally, I'm working at the moment with Dorset Orthotics and Otterbock, who have been so incredibly kind, and they're the reason I'm currently up on my leg today, because the leg I'm wearing isn't actually my leg. I haven't bought this, but they've very kindly done a one-off and loaned it to me for 6 months for me to trial it, and essentially because we rang up and said, what can we do? We really want to get moving, we really want to get going, and they've been absolutely and utterly fantastic. So the guys at Dorset Orthotics effectively said, yeah, we'll help you out, and this is how we're going to get you up and going, get you up and moving. And then Otterbock as well, they're the people who designed the leg, and they've been incredibly helpful in taking us through that process. So yeah, we've been really well supported.
I guess one of the things that someone's going through an amputation might be nervous about is the way that other people might react to them once that limb is gone. What's been your experience so far?
Funnily enough, actually less staring than before. So when I used to have a big long scar down my leg, and it was quite thin, and I didn't mind it, didn't bother me at all. So I'd still go out in miniskirts and so on, and so people would kind of look at it like, oh, I wonder what's wrong. And now I get less looks. I think probably because of the Paralympics, it's less. It seems it's less kind of scary, and it's less stare-worthy, because people are like, oh, it's just another person with a prosthetic, or so what. And I actually really don't mind it, because I know my 17-year-old self before cancer would have also looked not out of like, oh, horror, but actually more out of, oh, I hope they're okay, or oh, I wonder what happened. So I really don't think of it as an insult or anything sad. I think of it as like, actually that's probably just kindness, and that's their way of expressing it. They're kind of trying to understand the situation.
So many people getting in touch just saying how amazing you are, including Dan on Red Watch. What an incredible, inspiring woman Josie is. Just very quickly, we can't let Sean leave the studio without referring to that video, the fire service video, which has been doing the round, Sean, which you feature in beautifully.
Only a little bit. They assured me that you were going to use autotune. It sounds just as bad as it could have been. And it's quite comical that I think everybody in the video seems to be miming to each other.
I didn't want to point that out. This is for anyone who hasn't seen it. It has been shared an incredible number of times. I think it's nearly 1,000 times. It's the fire service safety video for
That's
Christmas.
Right, 12 Days of Christmas, yeah. So they've replaced all the words to 12 Days of Christmas with fire safety advice. So about keeping candles in safe holders, and making sure you extinguish cigarettes if you must smoke.
It's
responsibly.
worth a watch. It is worth a watch. Bobby, were you very proud when you saw your dad in that video?
Well,
Proud's one word for it, as much as I was laughing quite a lot with the plan your escape line. But yeah, I'd say I was reasonably proud, yeah.
I tell you what, Josie.
There's a first.
Josie, what you need is to get Sean in on making a Positive Bones video for Christmas.
Yeah, we were just actually talking about this and devising a couple of lines beforehand going, yeah, we really could do this. So you never know, there could be a Positive Bones 12 Days of Christmas.
Yeah, well, Sean, there you go. No pressure.
We'll
no
get on
pressure.
it.
That's it. 2 fab radio presenters.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, James.
Thank me
You
later.
can come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't forget, I bought the Prosecco, not him.
We weren't going to mention that. It's been absolutely brilliant having you all with us this afternoon. Josie, obviously the key thing is to get the message about Positive Bones out there. Where can people find you?
So it's on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. You simply need to search Positive Bones. We are the only Positive Bones, so hopefully that'll be anything that comes up. And effectively just follow, share, like, anything like that. It doesn't have to be donations, but just sharing the information. Like I say, we just want to help as many people as possible.